Hi everyone, this is my third or fourth video I think, and I'm becoming a lot more relaxed. I'm not quite so stiff. I want to tell everyone, I'm really looking forward to March. Do you know why? Well, let me let you know. In March, the Australian Royal Commission seats again, and they will have people from the Roman Catholic Church, the Anglican Church, the Jehovah's Witnesses, and we get an opportunity for two things. We get an opportunity to see how the witnesses support their faith and how the witnesses provide new light. What? Whoa, what? When I was a witness back 20 years ago, new light was disseminated through the district convention. It's like, oh, I can't wait for the district convention. Now it's like, I can't wait for this ARC. I mean, let's face it here. Let's, back in the mid-80s and 90s, we were taught to be like Paul. Go before Felix, go before the Roman emperor, make a defense for your faith. This is what Jehovah requires of you. And so, we wanted that. It was a great opportunity to be a fabulous witness. And, gee, golly whiz, I'm going to play a section. I hope you can hear it. I'm going to really turn it up here. It'll probably blare me out. But listen to Geoffrey Jackson's words. He's from the governing body. Everyone should know that. But listen to this.
To follow Jesus and be his disciples.
And do you see yourselves as Jehovah God's spokespeople on earth?
That, I think, would seem to be quite presumptuous.
What? What? Now, let's leave the child abuse thing off to one side. It's its own massive kettle of fish. But what did I just hear? It is presumptive to assume that Jehovah's Witnesses are the only ones that represent God. Whoa! Now, I bet you that never was touched on any of the Watchtower of the Wakes. My goodness, I will bet that the Watchtower and Wakes will still proclaim, we are the only people that God has chosen. But you see, that's where you have to wonder what's going on. This is where you want to look and see what duplicity means. It means having a double standard, dual, duplicity. It's very interesting also that other new light that Geoffrey Jackson spoke about. And play this next video clip.
Yes, and so, for example, if they become inactive or sought to fade without formally dissociating, and the elders came to visit and found them celebrating Christmas or a birthday, they would be found to be in transgression of the rules, would they not?
That is not my understanding.
What? You're not going to get into trouble for celebrating a birthday or Christmas? Whoa! Holy macaroni! What did I just hear? Man! And I want to read this something out of the Shepherd the Flock of God book that's for elders only. Now, one thing that's interesting about the Watchtower Bible and Tract Society, it's very secretive, but they have more holes in it than the Titanic. And this is the 2012 edition of Shepherd the Flock of God's Under Your Care. And it's under it, they were talking about seating a judicial committee. And one of the reasons why is for celebrating false religious holidays. You mean Geoffrey Jackson doesn't even know what's in the Shepherd, the Flock of God book? And he is the governing body. I think it's really funny. Jesus talked about the scribes, the Pharisees, Sadducees, temple priests, how they were hypocrites. Now, Geoffrey Jackson has backtracked on some of the really pointed tenets of the Jehovah's Witness faith. At least it was when I was a Jehovah's Witness 20 years ago. And I assume it still is. I mean, I haven't seen any Jehovah's Witness walk through and seen their Christmas tree up. But then he backpedals before Caesar. Now, is that right? Consider all the back when I was in the organization, all the brothers and sisters in Malawi who were put to death for not signing into a political card. They were put to death, sometimes tortured. And here this guy from the governing body just lets go. That's why I say I can't wait. I cannot wait for next month. I want to see what kind of new light is distributed. And I'm going to tell you something. If you're a Jehovah's Witness and you are saying, well, that doesn't happen, well, you know what? I'm going to put a link to both of the ARC videos. Now, they're quite old by now. They're a year and a half. It's old news. But, you know, old news can be good news, you know. And a lot of people have focused in on the sexual abuse angle, and I think that's completely heinous. I mean, I could make an entire 3 videos on that alone. But this really hit me home because it's like, okay, man, how quickly can you freaking backpedal when before Caesar? That's staying firm for your faith. That's staying firm for your faith. Now, I'm going to tell you, Jehovah's Witnesses, if you're watching this, and I was one of you 20 years ago. I was a ministerial servant. I gave public talks. I was a privileged ministerial servant. I got up there and I gave public talks, and I was used to the utmost. I was aligned to be an elder when I stepped away. And I did because it ended up finding out that they were fake. And I didn't have computers. I didn't have the internet. You have an option. You have an internet. If you do not search out and find out what really is going on in your organization, well, you know what? You're choosing to be blind. And it becomes a little bit like the blind leading the blind. And I believe that Jesus had a parable about that both fall into the pit. I want you to think on that. To everyone watching these videos, peace and stay safe.